Good afternoon, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. How you do? How you do? How are you doing? Me, I'm groovy. I am groovy. Hope you can hear me. I was a little late. Ate my breakfast just now. Which one I want to check out? And I'm just actually surprised I'm here. I wasn't really planning on going live, but I chose to go live. Why not? Because I'm thinking of really taking this to the next level. And I just want you, to give me a little push with this move right here. We're starting the year off. We're in Black History Month. This is definitely the year. I'm looking for something, folks. This is definitely the year for change because change is definitely going to happen this year. So I think it's important for me to begin the season as being a real content creator. And so I'm on deck. Slew, what it do, man? How you do, bro? No doubt. Slew Foot's in the crib. Slew's in the house. Yo, Slew, I'm about to chop this up, bro. I'm about to really, really go to another level. This is a freestyle, so I'm just going. But this not really. It's a freestyle, but I'm going to piggyback on what I was starting before because I was going to leave it be for a hot second, but I've been having some motivation from individuals and telling me to keep going forward because you know what I'm saying. People do want to hear your word here and there, mostly there. You know what I'm saying, and here. Mostly all the time. You know, I mean, no lie. I mean, people do like to, chop it up with people. You know what I'm saying? This is like families, like friends, it's like online buddies. You know what I'm saying? So we want to keep in tune and stay abreast with what we up to. I got court coming up. Got court coming up. I'm really looking for something. I'm trying to talk to you at the same time. I got court coming up, and this is going to definitely be a kicker. I can't wait. It was so crazy. I had a dream, yo. I had a crazy dream, and this was like a weird dream, and it scared the shit out of me because this dream was like, yo. Then I woke up. I mean, I really forced myself out the dream to like, yo, it's a dream, it's a dream, it's a dream. I felt like Tupac and shit. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Tupac, and with Dr. Dre, California Love, and at the end of the remix. Yo, I came up in this sweat, yo, just no shorty next to me. I was just in a pool of sweat, like, yo. And it was about that whole court case. So, yo, just put your prayers out for me, you know what I'm saying? Those who, believe I should definitely get my money, I need your prayers because, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of witch stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm battling a lot of energy, folks. Part one of this is what I'm looking for. I'm battling a lot of energy, folks. And this energy is powerful, and I can't do it by myself. So I do need a little bit of prayers out there from you folks. So if you guys got a little energy to send a prayer out for me, I send a prayer out for you. Hey, Father, bless everybody who's tuning and listening into Don M and his journey, and may you bless them and their families and everything they seek in life, as long as they're definitely seeking you. Father, thank you. You know what I'm saying? So, as I send blessings out for you and prayers out for you and your family, please return the favor because we do need each other blessings. Okay, so we're gonna go to this. Well, I was kicking it before. I was kicking it before like a week ago. I was talking about this Lennon on his video, and it was about this the scam part 13. Yeah, not part one. My bad. Part 13. Right? Yeah, it's part 13. I'm using my computer right now. Yeah, here we go. And we still was doing the breakdown. And I'm going to continue on with the Lord Jamar. Oh, shut up. Hold my bad. Hold on, folks. I got this in the background. My bad. Tia Gray. You know, to your grave. No doubt. Appreciate that. You know, back to you. You know what I'm saying? Word. That's how we doing. It's Black History Month. Today is a day. Yo, you know what? Wow. Today is February 5th. And for those who might not know what today is an anniversary day. It's our anniversary in Black History Month, okay? And so let me get, could somebody tell me what today is? Could somebody tell me what today, February 5th, is a very important day? Like I said, I wasn't planning on going live. And the spirit just spoke to me, you feel me? The spirit spoke to me. Let me make sure I got my facts right before I go into this, but I'm gonna tell you something. Today is a very special day because today is the anniversary of this young man right there. All right. Now if I'm not mistaken, today is his birthday. If not, it's his death day. I know he was born in February. He died in February. Let me just get my facts together. Okay. My calendar was supposed to have all those facts on it. My man didn't do my calendar right. That's what makes me sad. So if I'm not mistaken, today is his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Check it out, folks. Trayvon Martin's birthday. You feel me? And so I guess that's the reason why I had to come on deck. You feel me? And it wasn't by me just saying, "Hey, I'm going live." This is by the Spirit. And salute to Trayvon. This is Black History Month. Yeah, today. Wow, he'd been 27 years of age. Damn, folks. Trayvon Martin's life celebrated on what would have been his 27th birthday. Okay, folks. Today would have been Trayvon Martin's 27th birthday. He'd been 27 years of age today. All right. And so a lot of people don't understand why we do what we do. Was it today his birthday or was it today his death day? Let me just make sure. I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to make sure. Like I said, this is a 1000% freestyle, folks. Oh, I'm on YouTube. That's why it's not coming up properly. I thought I was on Google. All right, so let me get out of this right here. I thought I was on Google. I'm YouTube and shit by accident. Somebody might be able to do it much faster than for me, you know what I'm saying, than me. Because as I'm trying to kick it with you guys and freestyle this, I'm just thinking about Trayvon Martin, and I want to make sure that as I speak, I'm speaking the right speak. Because I don't want to be talking wrong things while I'm online, you know what I'm saying? So people be always trying to come at everything you say. It's like, damn, I ain't mean it. My bad. I was just talking. February 5th. Oops, Trayvon Martin. And I should really know this by now. Who got it? It's his birthday, right? Thanks, babe. It's his birthday. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's his birthday today. Yeah. I just want to make sure. All right, so let me get back to this thing. It's his birthday today. 27 years of age, okay? When he died when he was 17, turning 18, you know what I'm saying? He died just when he turned 17. And oh my Lord. I met his mom's, man. She bought I gave her a icy in Kentucky. I met her in Kentucky, folks. I met Trayvon Martin mommy in Kentucky when I went to Breonna Taylor event. I drove all the way out there to Breonna Taylor's the young lady Tamika Mallory, she was doing an event with the rapper dude, forget his name. It's gonna come to my mind. My bad, my bad. Somebody could let me know. You know what I'm saying? He, you know, and it's like, you know, we really need more raps from him, really, on this political level. I remember when I met him and Tamika years ago, I was sitting in the meeting, and they came and sat at the table with me. They were sitting right, I was in between both of them. I was like, who this girl with this fur coat on? Who this dude? I ain't know my song. Yeah, I ain't know who my song was at the time. And yeah, slew good looks. And so, you know, I was sitting there, I was like, yo, who are these people? And that's when they were forming the Justice League. I was sitting at the meeting when they was all beginning this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, folks, don't think I'm some dude underneath some rock. I'm I'm in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? I dug the trenches, pulled the rocks out the trenches so we can get in there. You feel me? It's just that at that time I wasn't feeling the way everything was going. When I say that, I didn't have a clear understanding where they was going. And I saw at the beginning which I see at the end. And that's what a lot of times I have problems with most people, because I see at the beginning what most people don't see, but it happens at the end. Whether it's like 90 days, whether it's a year, whether it's 3 years, whether it's 5 years. I saw it at the beginning when I was sitting at the meetings. I was like, I don't think I can really flow with this, because I don't like the direction where they're going, because the dialogue was just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And I know I was out there for it. And then I was hearing about these rights and this rights and those rights and these rights and that rights. And then I was looking at the people that was leading. And I was like, this is too much emotion going on right here. So as it went on where it went, you see how it grew. It got, because everything's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can grow at one point in life. Everyone can grow at one point in life. Lennon, you can grow at one point in life. I mean, grow out of the Umar. You can grow at one point in life. And when you grow, you blossom. Or you will, you'll wither. And so we as Black folks, we don't need to allow our movements to wither. And as we're in Black History Month and it's Trayvon Martin's birthday, I want you to understand that I don't allow things just to wither away. You know what I'm saying? I don't allow things just to wither away. You know what I'm saying? I am the movement. This is my excessive force task force. You know what I'm saying? I stay in the movement. We just had a little memorial for a young boy, and he passed away just recently due to gun violence, and not really in the streets, but just gun violence. And we have to really put these guns away, man. We have to really get more love and put the guns away, put the bullets away, folks, because we losing too many folks. We losing too many folks. We have to figure this out. And that's why, when I come on deck, I don't come on deck to talk about gobbledygook. I come to talk about what we should do. And I say it strongly, you know what I'm saying? I don't come here to talk about gobbledygook. I come to talk about what we should do. And a lot of people get mad at people when they talk about what we should do. But then they say to people who's they listening to and they've been following, then they would say, so what can we do? Okay, well, if you ever ask the question, what can Black people do to save themselves? I'm saying right now, I've been sent as a messenger, and I'm saying this is what we should do. And it's not because I'm just saying this is what we should do. I'm saying because this is actually a blueprint that comes from higher learners. Let me try and get back to this. Let me get back to YouTube, because I want to get back to what I'm talking about. And we also going to continue with the Lord Jamal breakdown, and I'm going to open up this whole sector to other issues. There's an individual I want to speak on, and this one inspiration I got, because when I've been on the streets, folks, and I'll be talking to people on the streets, and people come up to my cart and they come up to my little stand and things like that, they be kicking with me. Sometimes the messenger delivers another messenger delivers a message to me. And so one day I was talking to this brother, and I can't remember who it was. I cannot remember anything of him. But all I just know is he told me to tune into this YouTube person, because he was listening to me talk. Said, yo, you should check this person on YouTube. And so I was like, who is he? He said, he said, I don't know if you're into church, but he's a pastor. I said, yo, my Lord. I just started laughing. I said, yo, I'll check him out. I'll check him out. So I checked him out. Fell in love with the dude, because he's from my era. He's like maybe like 3 years older than myself, but he's from my era. And as he spoke in terms where I truly understood where he was coming from. And not only did he speak in terms where I understood, but he spoke things I spoke when I looked at the book itself. Not from no teacher, but just from me just looking at it, like, oh, y'all don't see this? And then when he breaking it down as a teacher and a student and a study and a servant of the word, I'm like, damn, Don, I think this is kind of important for you to be able to break down. So whether people believe in that book or not, I'm gonna open up his message to some of the people, and we're going to have conversation about this book and where we at right now in time, because right now where we at in time, folks, we're in a real serious time. And when I be talking about that space shit, when I listen to him, I'm like, yo, dude, he's on it too. And then I'll be like, yo, come on, I never met this man. That was the reason why we went to Kentucky, because I was trying to be with the Breonna family. And then I was trying to get to his church, because his church is out there in Kentucky. Okay. So like I said, this is a big mission that I'm on. And I have to still get down to that church and get more involved with the message, because the message is powerful. and I want you to understand we are living in some real critical times, and that's why I'm about to really get in on this. I'm gonna continue, not really focus on getting in, but we're gonna build on this and see how where we at. I was listening to, I said, I guarantee you this dude's gonna go live today. Or he went live last night, so he did. I seen Lennon on and went live, and I said, well, Lennon, I was gonna give you a pass, but I guess if God allows me to go live, I'm gonna go live, and here I am because you are back. And so, like I say, the ultimate trolling warrior is back on your ass. I told you, you need to fall back and pay attention to the mission I'm giving you. I'm giving you a mission, but I'm gonna have to show you how to do the mission. You're going to have to really, we're gonna have to retire from what you're on right now because as I got the message that you're done with this, and I'm going to make sure that by the end of this year you understand that you are done with this story and you're going to move on to the next part because you did your part, whatever it is that you wanted to do. You brought to the people's attention that a person might be scamming. Might, I use the word might, because you have not proven not one time that he is. Because as we are going into, as you said last night, the third and the third year anniversary will be next week of him having the school. 4 years ago, you said that he was never going to get a school, and that's why I want you to understand. You even talk about you want to help you. Maybe we need to create a theme song for the school. That's not going to be. So, folks, this is 100% entertainment to this man of just making money, and so we're going to break it down of how we as black folks in Black History Month is going to make this change, folks. I'm going to spend, if I can be with you every day, at least 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it doesn't matter, every day this month, and dropping some Black History facts on us as people, what we should not be doing and what we should be doing, we're going to make a change. What we should have been doing, we should have been having a beautiful game plan for this brother right here for his 27th birthday. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's not just the death date, we got to honor the birthday as well. And we as black folks are dropping the ball on Black History Month. I mean, we have so much that we can focus on in Black History Month. I am so tired of them telling us what what we could do in our, for Black History Month, how to celebrate it. Oh, you can do something in your neighborhood like clean up. Yo, folks, yeah, that's cool, that's all groovy, but what we need to be doing is cleaning up the situation that is the problem. And what's the situation and the problem is that we have too much violence, too much hate, and nothing, lack of love. And that's the only thing we need to be focused on Black History Month. Tough love. Don't try and switch that shit where it's about, some weak love. And as a matter of fact, Martin Luther King said that too. I'm gonna look for that. I wrote down, yeah, this is what Martin Luther King said. Okay, this is what Martin Luther King said. This is words. I wrote it down the other day because I came across this. I'm glad it was right here. And this way he said, when I speak of love, because I be trying to tell y'all all the time, saying it's about tough love. I be saying these things, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Tina? I see you in the house. Tina's in the house. All right, so this is what Martin Luther King said in one of his speeches. I'm going to be breaking down that speech too this month as well. Okay, folks, I'm going to break down that speech as well. I'm going to be breaking down the speech in what he's out of his own mouth, the weirdness that he was saying in the 60s to his folks back then where there was no social media about what we should be doing as folks. And I'm going to reiterate it as what we need to be doing in 2022. But this is what he said about love. And I say this all the time. And, I really listen to speech like that's what I'm talking about. He says, when I speak of love, I'm not speaking of that sentimental and weak. Okay. And weak. I'm not talking about that sentimental and weak response. I'm not speaking of that force, just emotional bosh. In other words, bullshit. I'm speaking of that force which out of the great religions have seen as the supreme universal of light. And I just stopped right there because I said, you know what? That's when I said, you know what, Don, just go back to this and go and do a breakdown because this is very important. I'm gonna do a breakdown of this speech right here because this was one of the speeches that he made prior to him passing. Okay, folks. And if I'm not mistaken, this one was when he was in Harlem, at Harlem River Church. And I need you to understand the breakdown of the speech. Once again, he said, when I speak of love, because I talk about love all the time, you know what I'm saying? He said, I'm not speaking of that sentimental and weak response. I'm not speaking of that force, just emotional bosh. I'm speaking of that force which out of the great religions have seen as the supreme universal of light. So what are we supposed to be focused on in Black History Month, folks? That love. That how he put it, that supreme universal of light love, that tough love. And so as I come to you, I'm gonna shine the light on this dude right here and give him the blueprint of what he will be doing. Because if he love his people the way he try and portray he do, if he love his black women and black children the way he portrays himself to, if he love black men more than Umar is supposed to love black men, then I'm gonna shine this universal light from the supreme, from the great religions. Like I said, I'm gonna go check out the pastor as well. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be an awesome month, folks. You know, this is gonna be an awesome month. As a matter of fact, Dollar Sign Icy Don, you know, is that would be a good look, especially if you really, you know, want to get this message I'm gonna deliver in Black History Month. This is for the Black History Month message, you know what I'm saying? Because I really need to take some time and do a strong breakdown. No freestyle, just straight fun facts. And like I said, we're going to talk to our people in Black History Month. We're going to talk to all of our people who, because we're going to look at the millions and the billion, not the millions, but we're going to look at the billions of dollars that we have. Okay, we're going to look at the billions of dollars that we have, and we're going to try and figure out how we can generate at least $250 million, $250 million to go towards issues that will really affect us, that we generated, that we come up with. We need our people involved with this. We don't need just the nickel and dime people, the $50 people, the $20 people, the $10 people. We need the real deal people. We need the $5,000, the 10,000 people, the $50,000 people, the people who can donate $75,000 to the cause. We need to get those people to start waking up, to really get involved with what's really down here in this movement. And so it's going to take us, people like myself, who believe in this dream and believe in the message and believe that we can make that happen, to come out here and make it happen. And it's for you guys just to dance with me. It's like follow my lead. I'm the lead dancer in these dance moves, and all you just have to do is follow the lead. So we're doing a little Black History Month fundraiser for Icy Don 167, so he can continue this message of spreading the word. You think I'm bull crapping? I never bull crap. You know what I'm saying? You gotta continue spreading the word. We gotta get this going, and we're gonna reach these elites. Right now, how many people paid attention to Mike Tyson? Somebody give me a recap of Mike Tyson. Is Mike Tyson gonna fight that? Is Mike Tyson gonna fight that the Logan dude? Last time I seen Mike was like, yo, listen, man, I ain't gonna really do that fight now because it just blew all out of proportion. I wonder why. I wonder why. We need more folks like myself and you go out there talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not talking about it, then we found ourselves. Don't think that, you know what I'm saying, people not hearing. This internet world is way, way closer and intimate than the TV world, pay-per-view world. See, these stars are used to a different type of world. They're used to a world where they'll have more privacy. But that private world is kind of been booted out. And the new world is a more intimate world. And so it's not like, you know, you getting fan mail, you getting mail right there on your phone. You know what I'm saying? This is not no mail that you gotta, you know, get a box of envelopes. You gotta sort through all these envelopes. No, this is right here on your phone. This is on your laptop. This is on your computer. And people gotta understand that you can get to anybody that you want to get to, and your message can get to them, and your words can get to them. And like I say, folks, we have to continue to fight and get to these people who really have the power and the money to do the right thing. And we got to get them to do the right thing. And if we're not focused on that, then we are not doing the right thing on the ground level that we at. And we failing people like Trayvon Martin and Breonna Taylor. We just failing these people. It's like their whole history of dying to be part of history is all for nothing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, that must come to a complete end. Icy Don 167. This year, really, like I said, I'm trying to figure out this whole computer thing. I'm trying to figure out listen, folks, I've never been the computer person. I've never been the internet social media person. I really want to figure out because yesterday I had somewhat of a nervous breakdown. Yesterday I had somewhat of a nervous breakdown, and I hit somebody up like, "Yo, I'm done with this shit." And I'm pretty sure this person didn't really even know 100% what I was just talking about. They had probably like 85% of the message because just knowing me, but they didn't have 100% of where and why everything just blew like that. And so I just took a 3-hour walk in the rain yesterday and had a strong conversation with myself and whatever was able to hear me, myself have this conversation. And that's when I realized God needed me to continue this mission because things start popping up on this walk in the rain. And like I see something in the car bumper. You know what I'm saying? I see something just like, what the hell? Or what the heaven, however you want to call it. But I was just seeing weird stuff and just weird little signs and things just telling me like, yo, wake up. I need you to stay focused. So I said, yo, I'm gonna remain and stay focused. And so he told me to get back and get online and do what's need to be done. And so that's where we at right now. We really got to make sure that the coon is out of us in 2022, and we got to make sure that we moving in the right direction. It's time for us to build. Like when I have a calendar. To this year is this month is Kuji which is self-determination. And so this is a month for us to be self-determined ourselves and believe in ourselves and move forward. And so that's where we at right now. I don't really have no time frame queued up on this right here. But just gonna go hit it right here. Like I said, I'm just gonna hit it right here.
Things have turned out for him. Everything is a failure.
Okay, like I said, I'm just gonna turn right here and just see what we talk about right here because everything's a failure. And this is what I want us to understand. We got to move from the failure part of what we talk about each other, especially as Black people, because in our lives, I mean, how many of us has been failing, failing, failing? How many of us has been failing just in life itself, and or feeling like they failed their family, failed their children, failed themselves? And how many people think that's the right therapy that we supposed to give one another? And so where I'm at right now, I'm not, like I said, I'm so not on the defense mode of this dude Umar, because we talk about scheming and scammers. And so I'm going to talk about scheming, or should I say scamming, because this man is scheming right now. He's scheming on people. We talk about scheming and scamming. We don't know which one's doing which. That's a scary thing. That we don't know. But like I say, let's just hear this audio real quick.
Of a man, that's not how men behave. And y'all look at how Umar Johnson, how things have turned out for him. Everything is a failure. He has all these different organizations, but there's no organization within his organization. He has no organization skills. He's a complete failure. The school project is a failure. He's been talking about that school. The first time I saw him post, or the first records of that I have of him, do I need to do it? Shit, let's do it. I'm going to do a screen share. Y'all let me know if you can see this. If you're in the chat room, let me know if you guys can see this. Can y'all see this?
It says Umar Johnson threatened anti-Bengali 2019.
Can y'all see what's on the screen here? It's like a little PowerPoint. Okay, thank you, Jarvis. I hope I'm saying your name right. Okay, Lenny, I'm sorry, people in the chat room. I'm going to get in the chat room after I'm done with this, and we can just chit-chat. I'll give shout out to everybody. This is one of the previous.
He's showing. Okay, he's showing little videos of Umar at the school, putting the keys in the school.
Can you see how he's trying to act like he put the key into the? No, you never seen him put a key in and open up that door. Never. Even when he had the people in there with the lights off, they donate, tripping over shit. People with pom-poms. It's just an embarrassment. You remember this? You've never seen him actually put a key in all the way. The key ain't even in properly right here. Look at this.
If I was to really sit back in time and see how much time he spent on this man putting the key in the door, I want you to understand that this is when I talk about person scheming on the next person. When a person spends so much time, and what I'm doing, like I said, I'm the spotlight. I'm gonna go back to the words. I'm gonna go back to word. This is Martin Luther King word. When I speak of love, remember I told you this is tough love, baby. When I speak of love, I'm not speaking of that sentimental and weak response. I'm not speaking of that force, just emotional bosh. I'm speaking of that force which out of the great religions have seen as the supreme universal of light. When I'm coming right now, I'm shining the light, folks. I'm shining the black light on us. The dark light, the black light. See how you can see in the black light. I'm putting the black light on black folks. This man, if I was to really sit back and see how much time, and I'm going to do it right now, I'm going to see how much time he spent on this man in the key, okay? For you guys' entertainment. Talking about black folks. This is not about Umar. This is about another man scheming on bringing hate towards black people. Okay, he's on the key now.
Okay, you see how he try to act like he put the key into the no. You never seen him put a key in and open up that door.
5,
even when he had people in there with the lights off, and they donate, tripping over shit. People with pom-poms. It's just an embarrassment. You remember this? You've never seen him actually put a key in all the way. The key ain't even in properly right here. Look at this. It's not even angled right. In other words, it's the key right here is horizontal, but the insertion point for the key is the key itself is vertical. The insertion point for a key is horizontal. But because he's acting like he's opening it up and he got the little keychain, then somehow he owns the property. You've never seen him actually open up, put the key in there, unlock it, and walk in because he doesn't have access that way. In other words, he doesn't have access to the building. How are you going to own something you don't have access to the building? Think about it, people. I've already gone through all this. I mean, I gave a whole presentation talking about how the sequence of videos that he had uploaded.
He spent 1 minute and 6 seconds on that. He spent 1 minute and 6 seconds on convincing you guys that that key that he's putting in the door was not a real key and was a fake fraudulent key. Okay. 1 minute and 6 seconds on that presentation of the key. You can go to it yourself. This is Lennon on it, part 13, the scam of Umar Johnson school, whatever. You put that up and it's gonna come up. And it was at the 1 hour and like 10, let's say about 1 hour and you can just start off at 1 hour and 10 minutes and just listen from there. But it was a little bit past it, but just so that you get into the whole groove, to really look and see what he was really breaking down, because he stopped talking about, to pull out some receipts, as he would say. But the receipt that he pulled up is a receipt of him putting the key in the school. But if I go back to what the original thought of when he started to go to this, you guys gotta understand, this is a schemer. What was the original reason why he went to this right here? See, when you're doing the live, you can't really go back to it. But what was the original reason why he went to this?
You don't let me know if you
okay.
I saw him post, or the first records of that I have of him. You don't need to do it. Shit, let's do it.
Okay, it was the first records of him with the school. It's him posting the first records of him dealing with the school. And as he's going through that, he saw him putting the key in, and he saw pictures of that. Like I said, you gotta go to it yourself. This is a schemer, and he spent a minute on that. And the original topic was, I'm going to show you guys of Umar when he first said that he was going to open up the school. But remember, this we talk about. He just did a live talk about. We about to talk about he's going to go live on the 3rd year of Umar Johnson School. Why do Lennon Honor need to go live on the 3rd year anniversary of a school that in 2019, 2018, 2017, he said that Umar wasn't going to have? And this is what I want y'all to understand. We got to delete this kind of mentality, because this is not part of the universal, the supreme universal of light. This is straight darkness. This is a darkness that you guys don't even understand. Y'all so deeply rooted in dark spell between the Ricky Lake show and then the Jerry Springer show and the Oprah Winfrey show, and just all shows that portray us black people as just ratchet. That's a dark spell that we have on ourselves, and we have to take that veil off. And I know it's hard. So many people be so mad at me because they want me to keep the dark hood on. They want me to have the dark hood on and view our black men so hateful. Yo, I told you, there's people that owe me various things, from money to other things. But I'm not going to have that dark spirit. I'm not going to have that dark spirit. Not that completely, because the dark spirit going to lead me somewhere dark. I can black out, but I'm not going to have that dark spirit. See, blacking out is one thing, but that dark spirit is the next. See, when you black out on something, you come to, yo, I blacked out, son. But when you have that dark spirit, you just moping around, you just live in that shit. You just got that attitude, that dark spirit. Everything you think about is dark. You on your computer. And it's all just a dark spirit. What can I do? I'm gonna get this motherfucker. I'm gonna get him. Yo, then you're on the phone with a dark spirit. Yo, send me that information on. Yo, send me that email. Yo, send me that picture. Yo, screenshot. That's the dark spirit. And in all that time of having the dark spirit, what could we have done if we had the universal, the supreme universal light? And that's what I'm trying to get us at. You tuned into Icy Don M, aka the ultimate trolling warrior, Black Power, Mr. Murray. Icy Don in full effect, and do not forget Dusty Don, folks. Shout out to Dusty Don. Shout out to Dusty Don. Nova, what's good, man? The real show. Yep, I see you.
I'm going to do a screen share. Y'all let me know if you can see this.
This is what he's originally talking about.
The first time I saw him post, or the first records of that I have of him, y'all need to do it? Shit, let's do it.
Okay, one more time.
He has all these different organizations, but there's no organization within his organization. He has no organization skills. He's a complete failure.
He says he has all these organizations, but no organization skills. He's a complete failure. The worst thing, when I had my walk in the rain, folks, yesterday I was telling, for anybody who's tuning in right now and don't know what I said earlier, yesterday I had a little breakdown because I'm being constantly attacked. It's like, yo, this is crazy, but not going too deep into it. And I'm sitting here thinking about, this, you can be a failure just by not continuing the race. You can be a failure by not even doing your part. You can be a failure by not recognizing your purpose. And the first thing that moving from failure, folks, is once you realize your purpose. And like I said, I'm not here in defense of Umar. This is Black History Month. I'm trying to uplift us to get us to break these evil shells that we have over us, these evil spells that we have on us. And we got to understand about these people that cast spells. They be scheming. These are schemers. The schemers, they be casting spells. The schemers, they cast spells so that they can reap the benefits. You understand? They like magicians. It's like illusions. Illusionists. You know what I'm saying? Illusionist knows how to put something before you and paint this whole thing, but why you don't see what they really did. But I'm the type of person who be able to catch these things when they develop it. And that's what I be trying to tell folks. I see things before they even happen. I saw Lennon already going live, and I knew he was going to go live. And as he went live, you just hear him and you just listen to him and you just be like, yo, dude, man, you're really, really, really destroying the Black race, the culture. You're destroying us in so many different levels. And I wish us as people really see what I'm seeing. Until you see what I'm seeing, I'm going to keep bringing the universal light. Okay, folks, the universal light is that Black light. It's the light that you see in the dark. It's not that bright light. It's that black light. Things that if you shine a bright light on some things, you can't see it as you when you put that black light on. Like let there be light. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you folks. He says, I'm going to go and pull up the receipt of when Umar was going to open the school. So now I'm going to go to the date, what he talked about. Let's go. Let's get up to that.
He's in this property, blah, blah, blah. Walking around the school. We need to, would y'all like to do that? We can do a video where we just go to this video and just break it all down. We go step by step. See, this actually was taken back in November.
Hold up. See, I didn't catch that. Hold on. Hold up. I didn't catch that.
At the time,
I didn't catch that. He said we can do a video and a breakdown of this video. Not the video I'm doing of him doing the video that he's looking at of Umar. And that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said this video right here is one of the good. I don't have a clue of how many videos he has, but this right here, for some reason, the spirit just told me to check this one out, and I checked this out. And as I'm looking, I'm like, this is the best one. Because off the rip, he told me the date. He said it said January 8th, 2019. So I was like, okay, so this is a good time. This is the same year I came to school, right before I came to school. Now, Umar was proud of himself. He put the suit on. I have my suit. I have my shoes sitting right here. You know, you have your certain things as men, especially as black men. You know what I'm saying? We don't wear suits all every day for first. You put a suit on you and you don't I have bow ties myself. You should see one of my bow ties. I have bow ties myself. You don't just rock bow ties, you know what I'm saying, in a suit. You put that on when you're feeling a certain type of way. So for this man to know that, yo, I got the school, I got the keys, everything's moving in the upward formation, folks, we need your money, we need your donations, yo, we'll make it happen now. Look, we got this. You know how I'm building the school, I'm building off the platform. So for this man to spend a minute and change on, he's saying that he don't even have the keys to the school that he's not even supposed to have, and trying to discourage and scheme everybody away from what this man is really doing. Yo, he could have opened up the school in 2019 if he didn't have so much hate. If Lennon Honor was just saying, yo, you know what? This man might be on something. This man might be serious. You know, I don't know 100%. Let me get in contact with him in a way that I really understand where he's at, because maybe I can really help. But no, it wasn't that. It was about pure, unadulterated darkness and hate. And just keep trying. It's like when you talk about a schemer and a scammer. A schemer, there's no limit to the scheme, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is how you know a schemer. A schemer won't admit they're wrong. They just gonna keep trying to scheme and scheme and scheme and scheme and scheme. And that's why. What was his live yesterday? He said he's gonna do a live on SETI. He's gonna do a live on or he's gonna do a live on Lord Jamar. Nigga, why you wanna do a live on Lord Jamar in the conversation of Lord Jamar? And dude, stop it. Cut it out. Especially when you're going against what I'm doing. Don't try and discredit what I'm doing, homeboy. You already know what I'm doing. Lord Jamar was in the wrong because Lord Jamar was following your ass. Don't try and cover that up. The fact that Lord Jamar was paying attention to the Cookie Crush crew, the Cookie Crush chat crew, the Cookie Crush chat cult. He was mesmerized with y'all fools, and he was like, "Oh, Umar is scamming," and so he went into that whole interview thinking like that. Don't try and piggyback and try and prove what I'm proving right. Try and make it be comically wrong. No, homeboy, that's the wrong move. You now, son, you want to bring that up. Nigga, please. It was HVAC. I talked about Lord Jamar. Now, son, you want to talk about the Lord Jamar interview? Shut the fuck up. That's the reason why I came on deck, folks. Because he want to do the dance. And he keep throwing little jabs at the dude. Stop. This ain't no COVID over here. You ain't jabbing me. You want to get an uppercut? You think you're going to jab me? Nigga, I'll be seeing them shits. I'll be moving from them shits, nigga. This Matrix over here. You can't jab me. This ain't that easy. You can be 6 feet in front of me with a 80-inch reach. You can be 4 feet in front of me with an 80-inch reach. Don't think you're just gonna jab me like that. Niggas be trying to sucker punch you. remember this dude sucker punched me. And what pissed me off, it was all a setup. And then for what? All because nigga hate. I'm always around hating ass niggas. Online, in the streets, in the FDMG, it don't matter. Always around hating ass niggas. I don't know why. He was mad because he couldn't do me the way he thought he was. That's why I don't be around niggas like that. But we talk about the suit, we talk about the tie. So the man's feeling himself. So he comes out there, he got the suit and tie on. And he opens up the door, he's in the school, he's walking around school, he's showing the people the school. But this dude want to spend time and say, what?
In February, he's in this video that was recorded back in November of 2018. He's saying, "Yeah, we own the property, blah blah blah." No, but that was November 2018. You see the scam? This makes sense to people? I know it don't make sense because it's a scam. He's in this video, which was in 2018, November 2018. He's saying we own the building. He's walking around. There's no lights on. But he presents us in February and says we own the building. See, at the time he was recording this, no one owned the building. Now y'all.
And see, that's why I'm confused. He talked about different dates. He talked about November 2018 that he was in school. Then in February he came out and said he owned the building. So obviously, and if he was in the school November of 2018, and then he pops up in 2019, the deal has been finally solidified. So he talked about there was no lights on in the building. Yo, folks, y'all went when he said there's no lights on the building. Nigga, if he's in the building in November of 2018, see, I was confused when I heard that. So, but I had to hear it again because when I was doing the live last time, it was coming to an end when I was at this part. So, and I was confused. I thought it was 2019. That's why I was confused. Remember, he officially came online and says, "Hey, we got the buildings." It was February, the anniversary that he saw about February of 2019. 2018, if he did a live, I guess he must, which I wasn't following, he must did some type of little video of him checking the school out that he was going to acquire. And this dude talked about it was still no lights on in the school. Nigga, it was nothing on in the school. It's like you come into a fucking house. You ain't gonna have nothing on until you get it and you turn shit on. And if work have to be done to it, then you have to put work to it. But you was just hating and hating and hating because it was a scheme. You understand what I'm talking about when I say schemers? Because if this was 2018 of November, he already shut Lennon Honor down. And so when 2019 came in of February, and he said he has a school, he's chopped Lennon Honor down. And so when June came, because June 8th, when he did this video, this is June 8th of 2019, this is why you could see such anger and hostility. Let me get back to this with 113. I'm going to go back to the beginning. So I want to show you this facial, because I want you to see the face. This look at the face. This is at the beginning of the video. This is June 18th, June 8th of 2019. This is a defeated look. This is a man who knows that he's scheming. That's a scheming face. I want you to understand, folks. Take my words for what they are. Take my words for what they are. Look, I mean, I just flash. I could flash in so many different ways for you. Watch. I'm gonna flash again. Scheming face. He's scheming. He's scheming. Scheming. I want you to understand this is a schemer and a scammer. Because if this was 2018 in November, he said that the dude was in at the building before it was 100% acquired him. I guess he was looking at the building. He's doing his live with Umar do. Everybody know this what this dude do. He always go around and show stuff because he got people to prove to. This is way of proving to people that I'm doing the work. It's not like I can do a meeting and everybody can get to me. I got people from Florida. And I'm not talking about me, but I'm just speaking. I got people from Florida. I got people from Texas. So the only way I can reach everybody is by doing these live and letting you see the people who's supporting, letting you see the work I've done. And so all those people who know they've been supporting him, they see what he's doing. They happy. They start supporting again. They know, okay, so this brother's really doing the real work. I got a phone call from a phone call from somebody, and they said that, you know what I'm saying, they donated to me, and I said I need to do something, and then I did it, and they was happy. They donated another time. I said I need to do something, and I did it, and they was really proud. So they know that if they donate, I'm going to do what I say. Same as like when Flacco gave the bread when he got the ID. Same shit. And so when people know that you have a person that is legitimately going to do what they say or that they said, then that's what they move on. But then when you have other people trying to discredit, but because of they live in a dark light, I'm trying to help you understand, like, you know what I'm saying? It could have happened a long time ago. This dude probably could have really opened these buildings. He could have opened a school. He could have opened school definitely when I got there. If he would never really fucked up when we did the block party, to be honest, that block party would have been a grand opening. That was the type of spirit energy I was bringing. I was bringing that type of, because I just know things would have been different. But because he went against everything just going sour and sour and sour. And it's like, I don't care how much he really trying to do, it's still not going to go 100% right. And that's why this whole year, that's why 2021 went by, no school open. 2022 is here on deck, and we know it's not going to open. I know it. You guys are just going to assume. I know it because, like I told you, it's not going to open until he rectified the problem. Because this is spiritual warfare right now. This ain't about you guys and what you talk about. This is spiritual warfare. I told you, this is bigger than that. It's him getting his demons off him. So right now, it's not really about Lennon. Keep spreading the word. It's about either you're going to see. It's like this is what you guys. I just said it's about him getting these demons off him. That's his battle with God. Okay, God wants him to get the demons off him. Satan wants him to remain with the demons on him. So Satan would use and do everything to make sure that he has demons on him. So this is what the demon do. Hey, remember his beef with this person? Remember his beef with this person? I know he's gonna watch this video. Remember, so I'm gonna remind him of who he is. Remember the beef with this person? Remember this way? Remember that? This way. Yo, dude, I thought it was about him being a fraud and not taking the people money and doing the right thing with it. I thought it was about him taking the people money and running with it. I thought it was about him not opening school, not him not buying school. What do you talk about? Look, we're gonna go and look at his rants. See, this is what the Cookie Crush chat cornballs do. You have a nigga like, and watch, I'm gonna do a major curve. Here goes the curveball. You have a cornball nigga like Max V, who would start doing his old videos of old clips and try and get in the mix, to remain in the mix, to remain in the scene. So hey, I'm gonna put all the old videos. You guys can watch all the reruns. Watch all the reruns, because I'm trying to figure out how all this started, and then I'm going to try and show the people how not to get into beef. Nigga, the way you don't get in beef is stop cooning. The way you not get into YouTube it's altercations is don't be a coon. That's the key way. Stop the coonery. If you wasn't cooning from jump, you would never ever had none of this shit. But now you have to sit back and you have to ask yourself, shit, was I being the coon? Was I being the cornball? Was I being the cornflake? I never ask myself that of me all the time, me being on YouTube. But there's a lot of niggas out here that gotta ask themselves, was I fucking cooning around? Was I being the cornball? Was I being the cornflake? Was I eating the pork chops? Yeah, you was cooning. You was eating every garbage thing that you could pick up and eat. You was in the garbage can. You was just eating up every piece of garbage that you can, and you was delivering all the garbage. You was just making a mess. You was just messy. Fuck around with messy ass motherfuckers. And that's what people gotta understand. We gotta move from that shit. We gotta get focused. So, like I said, the dude was feeling himself, but you got the battle with God and you got the battle with this devil. So, what's Satan sending him? Satan sending individuals like Lennon to stay on his ass and keep building a certain type of hate inside of you. Do you understand what I mean by that? When, okay, this is the best way I can put it. I'm gonna talk about the ladies for a second. How many times, like boys, when you was growing up, say, "Oh, you ugly. Oh, you ugly. Oh, look at your hair. Oh, you dark." You know what I'm saying? Like they talked about hair, they talked about your skin, and they talked about your beauty. So you grow up, you have a certain type of feeling on the inside, no matter what. No matter what. I don't care how much church you go. I don't care how much hymn songs you sing. You have something on the inside that still always hurt. Especially like when you hear, you see in the movies, you know, you hear other people talk about you, hear women talk about you. It's a sore spot. It hurts. And so once a man know that, and then he can become a verbal abusive to you by just saying little things like that. As y'all in your relationship, y'all together, you have kids, but he say little things like that and never make you feel pretty. That man most likely was demon sent just to keep your spirit down and make you have hate for yourself and make you teach hate. We gotta understand what demonic spirits were sent to us. So when you have another spirit that's not related or not romantically involved with you, but is a spirit sent to constantly put anger inside of you and switch up your emotions and get you out your game plan, which happens to me. So I can speak on my behalf. It'd be so many times I just want to do a live or I just want to talk and then I see comments or I see people saying little slick dumb shit. It's like, geez. And so you forget what you was talking about. You might have been spazzing on something as you're speaking, but you forget about that. Then you have to start really spazzing on somebody. You might be dropping some jewels. You might be spazzing on the topic. You might be going in, but then you have to switch over here. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the evil entity. And that's where the learning honor is to people. And it's like a cancer. Learning honor is a cancer to Umar Johnson. And as a hood therapist, as a doctor, Dr. D, okay, as Dr. D, now I'm a doctor, okay? I'm wearing many hats now. I'm trying to remove this cancer from Umar, okay? So when y'all people hear me talking like, why are you defending him? No, I asked you a question. Do you want him to die? Yes or no? Which one you want? And that's where we at. Okay, so if you don't say, yo, he should get death, then I say we got to remove this cancer from him. And that's where we at right now. Because if y'all wanted him to die, y'all just gave the green light, yo, y'all would all say, yo, you need to go and kill that nigga. That nigga owe you what? You need to blow that nigga's fucking head off. Because y'all didn't say that. You don't want him to die. Because $3,000 and behind the scenes and him collecting all this other money, but then you have another person who's saying he was with you, you owe him, he was in school, and you know you owe him. That's more of a reason to want to blast a person head than anybody. Because he's inside. I'm looking at the picture. He's inside the school. I was in the school. I know he got y'all school, folks. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, for all you folks out there, if he didn't have these cancers all over him and all these cysts and warts and shit like that, that wasn't all these little diseases that wasn't all on Umar in the form of demonic people casting these things on him. If he didn't have all that, that school would have been open. I ain't gonna lie, in 2019 when he got it. The school could have been open, like real talk. It could have been open September 11th of that year if the people really, really would have turned up and showed the real love and respect. But because you had nothing but cancerous individuals and cancerous individuals following cancer individuals, it just created such a disease. You was just looking at Umar Johnson is actually a walking disease. And I don't mean it like in that way. I mean, it's just like what you're seeing is a man filled with a lot of toxic energy. And for you as a man, for us as men, especially us as black men, to be holding that type of energy inside of us, toxic energy, for us to be holding such toxic energy inside of us, that's a deep, deep emotional feeling, you know, toxic energy. When you have so much toxic energy coming at you, I need y'all to understand it's like you being that young girl sitting in the classroom and you got all the boys picking on you. And then when you turn 15, you got the same boys that was always picking on you now coming at you trying to squeeze your butt because now you're growing booty and titties. And now you're completely confused because you're like, okay, they used to always say I'm ugly. Now they trying to give me attention. And now you're confused. And so now you start giving attention, but you're also not giving attention. So then you get caught. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what develops in people. It develops in our women, develops in our boys. It's a certain type of spirits that we are just infested with and becoming toxic, become toxic, wasting us and intoxicating to us. And next thing you know, we infested. And this social media definitely can infest you. It definitely can infest you. And then, like I said, it can affect you in your world because you done let so many different people into your world, and now you have wrong spirits following you. Wrong spirits following you. And that becomes a scary point. My T, what's up, ma? How you doing? Yeah, Tina, that's I mean I'll say that, you know, you say some people, I say that, but then again, I'm gonna say like this. The secret with Umar is like this. I put in my song, and as long as people talking about him, it gives them hope. Once you out of the news, once you out of social media, once you out the spotlight, and once you out of the mind of people, you lost your position. So as long as he has people talk about whether it's good or bad, it always keeps him in the spotlight. As long as people saying his name, okay, especially people who he think that has a good following. You know what I'm saying? So as long as Lennon is reaching thousands of people and saying this man's name, it's going to keep him going afloat. Because as long as they are saying what they say, and then Umar people saying what they say, then it gives Umar people motivation to support Umar more. So that's how Umar is feeding off of this. But Lennon is just 100%. He's going to profit on all sides of it because, like I said, he represents an evil entity. And what bothered me yesterday was just listening to a lot of these individual YouTube channels, right? And I was like, damn, it seemed like most people who have successful YouTube channels, their tongue speak evilness, or their lifestyles was evil at one point, or dark at one point. They don't have to necessarily be so evil, but it was dark at one point. So it's either you talking a snake tongue, or you have a dark past, and it seems like for some reason you're doing good on these YouTube streets on this internet world, and or if you know you, but like if you really are purposefully needed and purposeful and know your purpose, you have to work extra hard because you're working against two things. You're working against a spirit that wants and that's bringing darkness to the majority of the people. So the social media is you guys gotta understand that the social media is a tool for many things, but overall tools to bring darkness to you. It's going to allow you to get money. It's going to allow you to get up. It's because once you can start making money off, then you respect it more. You just keep using it, and you don't care what it's really doing. So that's the whole key, is to make sure that you guys can eat enough where you guys continue to spread the darkness. But the overall point of the social media is to spread the darkness. And then when you have people who are supposed to bring the universal, the supreme light, those people are put in dark because you have a lot of agents out here. I need you to understand there's a lot of agents that will to come out there, and once they see me, it's like, yo, if this dude was homeless and dusty, why would you even focus on him? But it's because they know he's the light. So their job is to make sure that you guys look at him as in a dark manner. And so as long as people look at me in a dark manner, and all other individuals like myself, then you don't get the full capacity of the internet. Because yes, the internet is the job is to do what it's supposed to do, but God's always going to send his people to win the game. Some people say, I was right there. We must take into consideration they could be working together. Yeah, like I said, I broke that down to the best way I look at it, because you guys can take into consideration, because you guys are you looking from the outside in. Me being on outside looking in and analyzing it, and then going on the inside to investigate. Like I said, I was like the spook behind the door, folks. I went on the inside to investigate. So as I went on the inside to investigate to see what it's all about, like I said, the breakdown I just gave you is the breakdown I gave you. Umar is not working with Lennon per se, but Umar knows how to utilize it to his advantage. Like I say, as long as as long as people talk about you, then you good. Once people not talk about you, then it hurts. If you was to take Lennon out the operation, and now you don't really have much people really going so hard against Umar, it takes away a market. Because when Lennon talks about Umar, guess what people do? People go and watch what Umar's talk about. And then if there's folks that be like, you know what, Lennon, I mean, I heard you talk about Umar, but you know what? Nah, this brother, I'm gonna help this brother. Then they might donate. So he's not eliminating him the way he should eliminate, because he could have got his channel off. But like I say, it's back and forth. It's back and forth shit, yo. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. And Lennon actually even broke it down in one of the things. He said, Umar stopped talking. He said, Lennon told y'all. Because, he said like this. He said, Umar stopped talking about him and stopped coming at him because he realized that it was bringing him traffic. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, as long as Umar's really not talking about these people, it proves to me that he's really not working with them. But when he's like bringing to attention that, and like he did with Freddie Gibbs, he's like, and he started, yo, Freddie, yeah, we can. That was him trying to get in on the mix. You follow? If he's not really acknowledged you, he's not in on nothing. He's really naive. But when he see a green light, he's gonna try and piggyback on it. That's him trying to make something happen or being in on the mix. Now he don't really get on the mix with dudes like this because, like he told me in the school, he don't fuck with people like that. He really don't. So the only reason why I say he's dealing the way he's dealing with Lennon is because he could have been knocked his channel off, but like I say, it brings him traffic. People go and view Lennon's shit, then they go view Umar shit. So if you cut that circuit off, then you start taking away some of your views, your potential supporters. What's up, Vici? So yeah, nah. So like I say, but y'all, I want y'all to give me y'all. See, when we in the chat, I want y'all to say the same way I did a little breakdown, because you guys are viewing it. So you guys are seeing certain things that I definitely probably don't see. So you guys can give intel, so that when I be talking, I can have better intel as well. So like if you seen something that got your antennas up, holla. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you see something that might say you like you said, we must take into consideration they could be working together. Like tell me something that got you leaning to that. You know what I'm saying? Like Tina says, some people say Umar Johnson and Lennon are working together. Yeah, one person who said it is me last year, but I was saying they could be. Well, the way I said it, I said, you know, it's like they are working together. You know what I'm saying? Because Lennon Umar not really smashing on him. But as I'm breaking it down to you, this is how Umar is getting the best out of him. Now, Go said that, you know, I don't know, I think they're working together. Because Go said he could have been took his channel down. He said, like, my channel, his channel got snatched down. Why Lennon's channel didn't get snatched down? But like I say, as long as, you know, Lennon got a large viewership. And because this is online social media, and people need every view as possible. People need even if it's negative views, because negative views and bring comments, and that negative view and that negative comment might make somebody look and say, you know what, I'm gonna give a $500 to my FDMG just because of that comment. You got people saying, yo, look, man, I'm not an Umar Johnson supporter at all, but this obsession that Lennon has, man, makes me want Umar to open the school, and that person might donate $100. Remember, we talk about scheming and scamming, and we talk about mastermind. So this ain't no trick or treat shit. This is mastermind of scheming and scamming. You gotta know how the hustle go. You gotta really think everything through. Damn, if I dead this man's channel, and now he has to get all the views and subscribe back up and do all that work. Do I shut it down? I could, but is he really hurting me? No, he shouts. He allows me to shout my cash up on his channel all the time. Fuck, I ain't gonna bother this clown. I ain't gonna bother this clown. Yeah, keep talking about the HVAC, and then I come and do a live. Yes, folks, I need the HVAC money. Whatever he say, it don't matter. The HVAC on the way. We need HVAC donation. If you get 500, if you get $1,000, it's still money he got because this dude is promoting. As long as this dude is promoting, he's still gonna keep floating. And that's the working together. But Lennon now is 1000% need Umar. Lennon can't do nothing without him. She's like she said, exactly. That's working together. Having no heat for Lennon on is about boys or the just negative publicity he gets for years. School still not open. School's still not open. Exactly, that's working together. Having no heat for Lennon honor. Is it about boys or just the negative publicity he gets for years? No, and oh, you know what? And I did a little financial breakdown. I really did a financial breakdown. Now my math could be way off, but when he said that, you know, he raised like $750,000 in the first year and a half, 2 years, that was like almost 400,000. So we say like $376,000 or so. You know what I'm saying? For the first 2 years. But then after that, you hear him, and you can hear the anger. You can hear how the money went down. When I was in the car with him, and I was talking, and you know, I say, "How's everything?" He looked at me and said, "Yo, it could be way better." I said, "Well, what's up?" Because this is, you know, after that stripper situation, everything. It's a few months after it, or you know, maybe, you know, yeah, I don't know. Just after that, then he's like, "Man," then that's when he started talking into therapy mode. He said, "You know, it's like ever since that whole situation, it's like the money." He says, like it just went dry, and so like when we do pocket watching, it's so crazy because like when I did a little pocket watch, because I thought about me. I thought about like when I came in the scene and people open up their hearts and they show love, and it came like, oh shit. It was my first time receiving money from people online. And that was my first time I ever had a Cash App. So I said, "Oh my God, that was amazing! Thank you, folks." It was still to this day like, "Dang, thank you." It wasn't like super crazy, but it was just, I was like, "Wow, anything matters." If somebody sent you $10 in Cash App right now, you've been happy. So once that just go to like, once you cut that in half, it's like, holy shit. And then the next year you cut that in half. It's like, damn. And I need y'all to understand that that's what really happened. It not ever since the downhill, nothing never ever ever was another year like the first 2 years. So once you understand, he already gave you he set the mark in the stands of what he got in the first 2 years, and nothing ever ever was like that again. There's no way that he raised that many millions that people really claim. I truly give him about like the most he probably raised. The most was probably 1.7, 1.7. And I'm saying that he still have some of the money. He still have some of it. How much? After he spent for the school, after he dropped the money for the school and all the other shit, because he spent some bread for the school and all this other stuff. Let's say he spent about like $700,000 already into the school. Let's say he already put like $700,000 into the school already. And y'all probably be like, huh? What? Because if he spent 400 change for the school, and I'm telling you that, and we know that he got the roof done and he was getting electricity done. I know how much that contract was. That wasn't no cheap contract. And if I'm telling you that just boarding the school up was about 25, just boarding up a few windows was $2,500. Boarding up one, two. I don't even want to be. I don't really want to talk about the man's business like that. But I'm telling you like this. I got mad at him. Like, nigga, what are you doing? But he wanted to make sure it was secure because he didn't want nobody breaking in again. And he felt like everything's about to turn around. So he boarded up two of the windows in the big school. See look at the money think about the amount of money he spent on the big school. Doing work on the roof on the big school, boarding boarding up windows in the big school, just whatever things he did in the big school that really went to nothing. All the wasted money that went to the big school, because the big school is really not a factor right now. It's just a storage house. And then think about the amount of money that he dropped in the small school, and then the amount of money he did drop in other school. He spent a few $100,000. This ain't cheap shit. This school, you know what I'm saying? It's not cheap stuff. So we're gonna say, like I say, he spent about $700,000 on the school itself already. So he should have, let's say, out of those now. I want you to peep this now. Now let's just say he had he had like another 780, $800,000, and from 6 years of him for 6 years now. So 800,000 divided by 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And now think about the money that he took out for himself for salary. And that's whatever after his salary is the money that he should have left over, which probably is not that much money. He probably got about like between 200,000 to he probably got between 175,000 to $350,000 sitting right now. Because he paid himself. There's no way in life that he didn't pay himself. And even if it was small payments, he still paid himself 6 years. You guys don't think that he really was kicking. He's bringing in bread, but don't think he was bringing in that money that he's bringing in the first 2 years. That money's never going. That money's dry. The only way he can get that money is if he really do the right thing and he get the celebrity bread to come in. But that's just my little financial breakdown. And when I look at it on papers, I can really see it really being a good figure, good guesstimation. Because like I said, when I talked to him, it was 2016, 2017. And he was like, you know, the money is really, he said he's been cut. I was like, bad. He said, it's been cut like dramatic, like in half. Like he said it. Like, I'm like, damn. He said, yeah. That's why when I finally went to school, you know, he showed me the detractors, because that was like a couple years later. You know what I'm saying? From the time I was in the car with him, driving to Brooklyn, that it was like 2.5 years later, 3 years later, when I was in the car with him going to Delaware. And now he's showing me, you know, the people who was causing the damage. And like I said, it was the time we was sitting in school, and we did some work and did some painting. Then he's got some cash apps. He said, "Yo," he showed. He's like, "Yo, shit, this is the most we've been getting. This is the most we got in one day in a long time." It was about like 15. I looked. I was like, "What?" So I'm trying to tell you, folks, as I sit back and I look at the schemer scheming on everybody, and all the support he's getting, people understand it was always about the money. It's always about the money. And Lennon found the way that he can be part of this man's wave and snatch his money. And so that's what's been happening. So for as long as Lennon been really caking up, this dude's money's been kind of like being cut. Is that school gonna open? He better ask God. He better ask God, and God gonna say, "Hey, yo, you better take care of my son over there." And we ain't talk about the rapper. You're gonna be talking about me, but you better take care of him. We're gonna find out this month, folks. All right, we're gonna find out where the school open up. I will find out shortly, in less than 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, I will find out if the school will be opening and if this was 100% scam or not. I'm gonna come with some facts for you.
He was recording this. No one owned the building. Now, do y'all understand what I'm saying? And the reason why he did this was because GoFundMe was issuing refunds, so he had to do something. Walking around in this suit too. Who walks around in an abandoned building with no lights on, and it's just a mess?
You know, he said GoFundMe had to do the refund, right? I think, but he had like what's about 60-some thousand on the GoFundMe at the time. And how much did he have to refund of that? Are we counting that into are we counting that money into the pot too? You know what I'm saying? Are you counting that GoFundMe money that had to be refunded? Like I say, folks, my whole point is not even about Umar. Fuck Umar. It's about scheming and scamming. And when you have people scheming and they scheming for the devil, you got to watch. Folks, you got to protect yourselves, because you're following these people. You are being entertained by these people. So that means that you are somehow taking in their spirit. You yourself are taking in their negative energy. And you guys got to protect yourselves from that. And that's why I'm here, because I'm trying to stop the curse. I'm trying to stop the spread. I'm not here to really be formulating no hate. I'm here to try and stop the spread of this hateful disease that you have these individuals that spreading. And that's why I said this whole month of Black History Month, we're going to start focusing on all individuals and, calling them out for, what they can do. Like, I need to adopt a state type program. I need you to really adopt your state, adopt your city, adopt your school. Be responsible for it. Every musician need to adopt their city and be responsible for as much as they can. And that's the start of change. And if anybody have a problem with that, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you cooning? I'm gonna say it again. There's a community service that must be paid. There's a community service that must be given. It's an order. It's a certain type of order. It's a natural realm. It's a divinity that goes on. And it's like a natural rule. And right now we don't, this whole movement got us not knowing the rules no more, not understanding the natural rules. And so you need these rules to be really enforced. And so right now we're going to enforce these rules that lets the people know that you are like Snoop Dogg. What he started the football league, you know what I'm saying? It's just natural. It's just something natural that you know you have to do. But that's not more. If you can do more, then you obligated to do much more. And that's where we're at right now. Because we have to figure out why we don't have growth, why we don't have the growth that we need in our communities as a whole. And that's because somebody's not really putting somebody to the underneath the microscope. And that's where we at right now. Why drug dealers can grow their business so fast, but a church owner can't help, can't do the building fund, because we have more people on the streets as fiends than anybody who really want to serve any type of creation. Like I said, we have a dark spell that's really over us. I mean, the only way we're gonna be able to break this curse is by having someone to come and bring the light to you and telling you that there's a curse over us, and we're practicing it.
Anti-Bengali calls it a blown out bomb shelter. Walking around with a suit on. An abandoned building with no lights on, and it's just a mess. Anti-Bengali calls it a blown out bomb shelter. Walking around with a suit on.
So Lennon Honest says is a man walking around with a suit on with an abandoned building with no lights, and anti-Bengali telling her followers that's a bomb shelter, blown out bomb shelter. Understand what I'm saying? So when you have folks constantly saying that, then you have your people who watch says, "Oh, it's just vandals, it's vandals. Everything that black men do is garbage. Everything black men do is not is fraud." And that's how I'm looking at this whole situation. It's like I'm being Thurgood Marshall, and I'm looking at this Umar Johnson case, Umar Johnson FD against the world, FDMG. I'm looking at that as like Roe versus Wade. This is like an abortion that we having in life. We're really having a real life abortion. You have people that's trying to abort a baby that's a real life human being. They trying to abort them right before your eyes. That's a good word right there. That's a good word right there. You think that the only abortion that we do as people's in the womb? Huh? You think that the only abortions that we do is in the womb, folks? What you think this whole cancer culture is about? See, you guys don't get it. They've been, like I said, casting a spell on you. Like I said, my conversation, if you last from the beginning to the end, you're going to get the message. I'm a messenger. They've been casting a spell on us forever to get us to become part of this, to get us back to where we used to be in sacrifice, of human sacrifice, where we are just so numb to this human thoughts and feelings and their emotions and how they feel us as people and their life. We once become numb to all that and don't give a fuck about their life. That's the cancel culture. Women used to have their babies, and abortion used to be, this was the abortion. You have the baby and then you abort the baby. That was abortion back in the days, motherfuckers. You threw it in the fire. That's how abortions used to take place. You don't remember? It wasn't aborting in the womb back in the days. They was letting you have it, then you had to toss that shit in the fire as a sacrifice. And so that's what we're doing as the cancel culture. We're aborting our people. And that's what I'm saying to you folks. When I came on the scene a year ago, a year and a half, a year and whatever change ago, and I said to you folks, this man owes me bread. What should I do? And you guys didn't say, yo, you should put 2 in his head. You said I need to take him to court. So you guys gave him the pass on living. So who's trying to abort him? These demons, and these demons want y'all to abort him because the key don't go in the door, or because he got a suit on and he's walking into school with no lights on, and he's fraudulent with the money. We abort our people. Think about how many people we abort. They want us to abort Kanye West. That's a story and a half. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West is a major story to really investigate and do some therapy on. And at the end, I'm going to ask us, do we abort him? And why? You know what I'm saying? Do we abort Kanye West? And tell me why. And that's just me being real. Because we're in abort mode. It's a major abortion. Let's have the abortion. Who else are we aborting? The elites try to abort Tyrese. Right now, I think they're trying to abort Will Smith, quiet as kept, right? They throwing it in Will Smith's face by even doing the new show. You know, they really aborting Will, quiet as kept. They trying to abort Will Smith right before your eyes. We're gonna see how this really develops, folks. You heard it here. They trying to do a real life abortion with Will Smith. There's my pastor. Like I said, I'm gonna do a breakdown. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna do a live on the pastor. And I'm gonna do this every Sunday. I'm gonna be breaking down the pastor in his words, and the way he look at abortion is really even worse. Like we talk about want to talk about black on black crime. We're gonna talk about black on black crime. That's gonna be my next topic. Black on black crime. 50 million and counting. You know what the 50 million? That's not gun violence. That 50 million is not gunshots. That 50 million is abortion, sacrifice. All right, folks. Scary topic, real topic. But like I say, they use the word cancel culture. The cancel culture. I need y'all to understand the terminology. The cancel culture. This is the culture of this. You this cancel. Turn it off. You just cancel. You fuck that. Get rid of that. I don't need that. I don't want that. You understand? That's the new trend. And we are aborting our people rapidly because we're allowing demons to do so. And the same demons don't have no plan for you. I need you to go there and ask Lennon Honor after we abort this baby, after we abort this 6'3" big baby, what is your plan, Lennon, for black men and black boys? And that's the only question I want. That's the only live I want to see him do right now. I want to see him say Lennon Honor's plan for black boys and our beautiful black baby girls. What is your plan? And if you say your plan is to continue to be a good father for your, I don't want to hear that shit. What is your plan for the world outside of your home? Because I'm pretty sure we have councilmen, we have congressmen, we have senators, we have mayors, we have governors, we have presidents, we have prime ministers, we have secretary of states, we have all sorts of people who have major roles, major jobs, control millions and millions of dollars, control power, control people's rights to live. And I know in their personal life, it's all not groovy. So that to me don't really rock and roll 100% in proving to me that someone's a fraud. Do you know how many teachers is out here teaching these sorry ass fucking students in these public schools that's not worth fucking shit? And they a teacher and they got their honor roll student, their honor roll student, which is their child, their own child, and they don't even be part of their children's lives like that? Man, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. We playing around. We don't have that much time. This is Black History Month. I'm looking at this. It says Facebook, February 9th, 2019. Okay, February 9th, 2019. So that's the anniversary, February 9th, 2019. Today's February 5th, 2022. This is about to be the third year anniversary of him acquiring these buildings. When he first was in it.
Look at this. Here's November 2018, but this is what it actually looks like in February. See, there's a difference. The leaves on the tree right here. No leaves on the tree right here. Because these are two separate time periods.
Yeah.
But he put these videos all together to act like he owned the property. He had pre-recorded this. This is such a scammer. Such a scammer.
Prove it.
Anyway, I broke all this down inside that particular part of this ongoing series. My goodness.
Yo, man, I pray for you folks. I've been with you for a little bit today. I really pray for all you folks who's gonna come here and look at what I'm doing and start hating them in the comments or just having negative energy because you found this demonic entity. But I need y'all guys to understand. I've been around dudes. I've been around dudes and I had dudes hate on me, and I had dudes hate on me for no reason. And I'm telling you right here that Lennon Honor, you can just tell because as I'm flicking through, as I'm just playing it, if you go back to Lennon Honor Part 13 scam with Umar Johnson, whatever that shit is called, Umar Johnson School Scam Part 13, and it says Umar Johnson threatened black boys, you go through and just really listen and look at it, and listen and look at it. There's no man, this man's not trying to prove no form of fraud. This man is trying to get you guys to have the same hate that he has for him and jealousy that he has for him. He wants you guys to have the same hate and jealousy. There's nothing else. Because when I'm looking in the background, I remember when I was in the school in the gym, I was just in the gym and I was just looking at all the graffiti on the wall and everything, you know what I'm saying? And it made me think of the schools back in the days. It made me think of the 80s and just how the projects used to look in the city, and when we used to really have ghettos. We have ghettos, but really, really have ghettos. And as we was in the gym, I was actually saying to myself, you know what? This is needed. And that's the only thing I want you to understand. What's needed and what's not needed. For those people who live out there in that area, ask yourself, what's needed and what's not needed. Now, we could say that Umar is not the person, but that's only because we allow people to paint a picture to you that he's not. Because whatever your insecurities is and whatever your jealousy is, because most people is jealous and become insecure around people who have a certain level of confidence. And what happened with me is when I came on the scene and TC was portraying me like this, you know what I'm saying? You know, like this, and you know, stressed out like that, people had some type of pity. But once I had a certain level, like, no, y'all ain't gonna be attacking me. No, I have confidence. No, 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 no. Once I like, no, 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 no. I'm not accepting those attacks. You can't attack me. Don't attack me. When I manned up, people got mad. Now, why why Lennon on is still around? Because Umar learned from his blowing up on certain people that you can't just blow up on everybody because it's going to hurt you. So if he really was to blow up on Lennon in a certain way, it would probably would actually hurt him. Then again, I don't know. I think he should. To be honest, I think he should just go 100% in and just do it. Like, dude, hit me up. Umar, come holler at me. We could go live and we can have our discussion and we can talk about Lennon. You know what I'm saying? For real. We need to talk about Lennon. That would fuck the game up. People wouldn't even know what to do. Like I say, so many ways you can do it and stop playing games. You need to come down, bring your arrogance down some, and realize you might be able to solidify your school just by coming through the dusty one. The way I look at it, champ, you want to open your school, Umar? You want to open your school, Umar? You know when we go to court, right? Stop fighting. Don't fight. All right. Don't fight. Don't resist that. Okay. Give my bread. Put some interest on that shit. Prior to that, though, see, prior to that, we already know that's the future. We already know that's in our future. And so everybody's banking on that, right? Well, people's like, okay, we know people don't even give a fuck. But that means something, especially if you have a dickhead over on this side to be a dickhead. But I'm a finesser. And I'm trying to finesse this shit. Get blessed with the Buddha, never stress and shit. Sit back in the Ruba, advance a kid. Anyway, that's a wrap. But if we can finesse this shit, and you have your anniversary, February 9th, right? When is it? February 9th, right? You got my number. Let's go live, talk about everything, and shut Lennon the fuck down. We going to court. That's there. Pay my bread. Let's take care of that. But on your anniversary, prior to going to court, because remember, you got white folks there. Like I say, if you want to keep that school, dude, you really need to bring it down, home. But I'm trying to still save you because these white folks might look at it way differently. And if you taking this shit to the next level, you want to be sitting in that court trying to fight me, not knowing that they already got you on their radar, and they already saying themselves like, I wish this nigga would. He didn't show up this time. He didn't show up this time. What type of arrogance he have? In my city, this ain't Philly. We're gonna show you how we do it in Newcastle. We're gonna show you who the prince of this shit, who the queen of this shit. If you have a person who's going to be there to give you punishment, I'm telling you, the best way to escape that punishment is to have your defense up, and that's to be able to do what's right, do it right early. So you already know this stupid clown Lennon is trying to plan something on your anniversary day. On your anniversary day, of your third year anniversary of your school, he's wanting to do a live on that. I think you should be live with me discussing this whole court situation, rectifying it, and then we address the people the way we have to address the people to take it to the, so we can really take it to the next level. Like I said, I'm about Black power. I'm nobody's enemy when it comes to this revolution, as long as you went in the trenches with me. But once you show me anything wrong, then hey, I have to be the light. You don't want me as your enemy. I don't want to be nobody's enemy. I ain't gonna lie. Because the thoughts I would just be having is like, yo, you gotta relax. Because there's all these people out here that done did so much bad stuff. They gotta live with that shit. I don't want to have to live with too much more. I mean, anything else. How many people got something that that they have to live with? That nobody really knows, except for maybe the people that was there. You know what I'm saying? When the person start doing this, they thinking the shit. They thinking they remembering like, damn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? What was the worst thing that you did in your life? What was one of the worst things that you did in your life? Because it seems like, according to Umar Johnson live, according to Lennon Honor, the worst thing that Umar Johnson did was purchase a school. The other worst thing that Umar Johnson did in his life was had his 2 daughters. Okay? According to Lennon Honor. The worst thing that Umar Johnson did in his life was go to school, go get some education, and then say, I'm going to open up a school. That's the worst thing that Umar Johnson did in his life. And then in the meantime, got some coochie. What's the worst thing you did in your life? This person says, never seen this person before in my life. He says, now you butt kissing Umar. Make it make sense. No, I don't butt kiss. I finesse shit. I never had to butt kiss no one. When did I ever butt kiss? I tell you like this, I'm no more butt kissing than you sucking cock. The way you sucking on whoever's cock you sucking on, I guess I'm butt kissing that same capacity. All right, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. There was a man by the name of Martin Luther King, and there was a man by the name of Malcolm X. And if I'm not mistaken, those 2 dudes had a meeting together. I don't know. I don't know. I think they did. I think they had a meeting. I think, what I'm saying, I even was in the play called The Meeting, you know what I'm saying? But I think they had a meeting. Like I say, we talk about the struggle. We talk about moving forward. We talk about a whole lot of things. We talk about revolution. We talk about all hands on deck. Like I said earlier, I said like this. If nobody said in the comments back then, yo, Don, you should go to that school, wait for him and shoot him. If that wasn't the majority rule, the majority rule wasn't, yo, you should line them up, if you should set them up. If the majority rule wasn't hit me up and tell me, yo, Don, he's going to be in this city. Yo, Don, he's going to be here. If that wasn't the majority rule, and the majority rule was like, yo, you should get your money in court. that means you say, yo, Umar gets a thumb up, he can live, okay? Because like I say, what's the worst thing that we did in our lives? What's the worst thing you did in your life? And according to Lennon, the worst thing that Umar Johnson did was came into the world, did some lectures, and told the people that he wanted to open up a school for black boys. And that's the worst thing he did in his world, because that made him follow this man's life forever, to make sure that his life is ridiculed, it's being used for entertainment, and the people don't believe this man's, because he's a liar and he's a scammer, and this is the worst thing that any man can do. How can any man be like this man? And so I'm saying to all the people who actually sit back and watch Lennon Honors lives, and those people who's just out here, period, who's hearing my voice, what is the worst thing that you ever done? I tell you what's one thing I could have done that would have been horrible. That day when my sister, well, this is really minor, but this is really major. But that day when my sister came home and she was attacked by some type of predator, and I ain't get all full facts. All I just heard her say was he. And I was like, he what? And I ran, grabbed the axe, and I just went looking for anybody who was in the street. I didn't have the full details. I didn't have full nothing. But all I know is that once I saw this one person, he just started running. I was like, oh, that's he. And so when I caught him, I was about to chop his head off. I mean, but at the last second, I hear my boy right behind me, like, no, that might not be him. And I curved the axe up like maybe like 3 inches above his head, and he survived. He ran down the block, and I turned to my boy and said, that was him. That was him. And I said, fuck that. And I went running down the block and tried to get him. And then it was so crazy because he ran, it was at nighttime too. Then he ran across the street, and he was running, and there was a bunch of people walking down the block. There was a bunch, about like 10 of them. And they saw me coming down the block with the axe. They all jumped on the gate. Like, yo, this nigga crazy. And I ran across the street, and this nigga, he was out. And once we get in the park, across the street, then I see my older brother in the park. He was working out with his boy. And then we told him that, we was, he's like, what the fuck wrong with y'all? And we told him that we was trying to catch some dude that did something to our sister, and that was it. And we went on the manhunt. We tried to find him. Then my father tried to find him. We all tried to find him. But I came close to him, and I almost took his head off. I swung that axe, and I just saw it. It was like in slow motion. It was like really scary, because I was just gonna take this nigga's head off. And I just heard at the last second, it might not be him. And I just angled it up just a little bit, like that. And it went over to, and you see it hit the wall, because he was on the wall. And it hit the wall, and you just see all the fire, because it was an axe. And you just see all the fire come from that shit. Like, the sparks. He just started running. Now, that's, I just gave you a minor little thing, because I could have opened his head up. Not even if I ain't kill him, but I could have opened his head up, and we would have got away with it. You know what I'm saying? We not even like we would have got in trouble. We could have got in trouble away with that shit. So that would have been like one of the worst things I did. But I heard somebody, not heard the message, like, yo, might not be him. What about you cats out there who got guns who popped a nigga before? Like I say, scheming and scammers. I go to court in a few days. Go to court in a few days. We're gonna find out if this dude is scamming. We're gonna find out what's going to go down with the school. We're gonna find out when the school gonna open up. We're gonna find out something. But would y'all ever find out if this man is a schemer? Would y'all ever believe that Lennon is really a schemer and a schemer? We're in Black History Month, folks. Black History Month, we should be bringing positivity to our forefront. This is words from Martin Luther King. When I speak of love, I'm not speaking of that sentimental and weak response. I'm not speaking of that force, just emotional bosh. I'm speaking of that force which out of the great religions have seen as the supreme universal of light. That's the love I'm speaking of. So in Black History Month, we're talking about tough love, folks. We're not talking about hatefulness. We talk about waking the spirit, evil demons up out these spirits. We talk about changing them and moving forward. There's no one who would like to come and holler. I just came on deck just to get this off my chest. There's a pastor who I will be reviewing this month. It's Black History Month. I want to give honor and salute to this pastor. He actually was able to wake me up and just see things in a better view. Like I hear a lot of people talking. Actually, I went to SETI's channel. I went to say I heard this dude name, and I know this girl in New York. I ain't gonna say her name, but I know this girl in New York. She has a little following, and she's into the Native American movement. You know what I'm saying? Black Indians, Native American, and you know what I'm saying? She has, she talks about certain people. She talks about Sanetta and SETI. And so I went to SETI and I was looking at SETI. And I don't know. I gotta check these people out. I gotta really check out SETI. I gotta check out Pharaoh. I gotta check out all these brothers and really hear how they talking, what they talking. Because I'm not really into the ancient Egyptian order. I had got information, got knowledge on it, young when I was younger. When I was in college, you know what I'm saying, my boy used to come through with some books and Malachi York, all that stuff, you know what I'm saying, all that. And when I was in the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation, we used to have some brothers who used to come from the bookstore in Brooklyn. You guys, if you're from New York, you're from Brooklyn, you know the bookstore. And even the brother who used to sell the books who passed away, you know what I'm saying, from the bookstore. If you're from New York, you know what I'm talking about. But you know what I'm saying, we used to get the knowledge and things like that. But and that's what made me really start like questioning, having a lot of questions with the Bible and stuff like that. But as I looked at the Bible on my own, I looked at Genesis about like 1997 or 98. Kid you not, folks. 98, 99, one of those years. And I was looking at the Bible and I was reading Genesis. I was trying to read the shit. And I was like, yo, I'm trying to read the shit. We be bugging. We talk funny. And so I'm trying to read this. And I'm like, yo, I'm saying to my sister, like, yo, the boat flying. And she looking at me like, what you talking about? I said, yo, the boat's flying. I looked at my godbrother. I was like, yo, read this. The boat is flying. And I'm telling them back in like 97, 98, as I'm reading this Bible, like, yo, the boat is flying. That's a spaceship. And that wasn't for me sitting in no church. That was for me just reading the word for what it is. The ark was flying. No one's going to convince me that the shit was floating on fucking water. The ark rose above the waters, which rose above the highest mountain. And then the waters rose above the earth, and then the ark rose above the waters. It's flying. And so when I look at us in this history and looking at us in space and looking at everything where everything's at, I really need us to really get our strong man pants on and tighten up our boots and really, 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 really wake up to a reality of what we live in right now. And according to this biblical book, throughout that whole book, it was talking about technology. And we just didn't read it properly. And now those movie directors, those writers, those people who really have more time than the average person, because most people in the world don't really have time to investigate, don't have time to read, don't have time to study, don't have time to really dig deep. Most people in the world. And so those people who have that elite time to do the certain type of study know certain things, and they put in the movies, they put in the books, they put it out there, put it out there, put it out there. And we don't want to pay attention to the other book that says these shits that they get in the script from. And if they are following this script from this book that people don't want to believe in, all right, look. If you have a worldwide enemy that's following a book that people don't believe in, it's very easy for you to have successful movie and sequels. It's easy for you to write the book. It's easy for you to do a whole lot of things if you're getting information from something that people don't believe in, but it's right in the people's face. And so I'm going to be chopping up with this pastor and doing a breakdown of this man word, because this man word is not no. You go to Martin Luther King words. His word, this pastor word that who I love on this internet world. His words is not no. When I speak of love, I'm speaking of that sentimental weak response. He's not talking about that sentimental weak shit. He's not speaking of that emotional bullshit. He's speaking of that force which out of the great religions have seen as the supreme universal life. And so it's like, it's so anything in the world is debatable. You can debate about anything that you want to debate about. So for all those people who've been studying, and all those people's into science, and all those people's into AEO, the ancient Egyptian order, all those people's into just whatever they're into, everything can be debated. But the real thing is like, where are we at right now with the days we living in? And when you go to any type of teaching and any type of history of our lives, what did it say then? What do it say in between? And what is it saying right now? And what do we say as a nation of people, a world of people? What do we say we're in right now? And the majority of people say, yo, this is hell. The majority of the people in the world would say, yo, this shit is hell. I talk to African people, I talk to Asian people, I talk to Russian people, I talk to Spanish people, I talk to Black American people, I talk to people from all over the place. And the majority of people say, yo, this shit is hell. And it's because there's a hellish spirit that's over us. And it's the scheming spirit. The scheming spirit is a hellish spirit. And once y'all can comprehend that, then you can hear when the devil's talking, when the devil's scheming. We are in Black History Month, folks. Black man rise, original rebel. We must rise up, folks. Today is Trayvon Martin's birthday. The young man been 27 years of age. If that clown ass coon, now I didn't watch his whole yesterday's live. I didn't watch the whole live, but that clown ass coon would acknowledge Black History Month if he was for his Black people, period. This is what I want you to understand, yo. He wasn't live this is his first live in Black History Month. This is how you know he serves the demon. How he serves the demon. He didn't acknowledge Black History Month, nor did he acknowledge, Trayvon Martin. He went live yesterday, he should acknowledge Trayvon Martin, yo. But he's not on that. He's only on music, comedy, and inspiration to the devil. He's trying to inspire you guys to serve this demon, this serpent. And he's manipulating, he's scheming. I wish you guys really can really take your time out to know. Thank you for your listening, your support. Peace.